Good morning, everyone. We got Jerry Mitchell, Trey, Two Wheel Peril Dice, and Kevin Scott in the chat right now. So good morning, happy Friday to everyone. 3632. Three, 639. Right die was weird. Jumped up, hit, came straight down. No magnets involved. I was hoping, but there is none. 2326. Four, 2, 6. Yeah. 6462. Magic Aces. 3632. Six, 5. They are bouncing off that back wall pretty hard today. So let's see what we can do about that. 4, 6, 4, 5. Do a little bit higher of an arc on there. 6, 3, 9. Seemed to help a little bit. Thank you for the super chat there, Jerry. 5, 6, 5, 3. Make sure you put in the chat which dice you want me to start with for the day. Four, 5, R9. I get the red ones out here right now. 1, 4, 1, 5. Good morning, Alcohol Cool. Three, 3 hard 6. 3, 6, 3, 2. Frosty Reds. Okay. I'll give one more throw here and we'll switch over to the Frosty Reds right away. Three, 1, 4. So here's the Frosty Reds. 3, 1, 4. And it brings us to a 5, 3, 5, 1. For some reason, the Frosty Reds here, I don't know why I had two sets of red dice out there. Make sure they're right, same numbers here. 480, and we got, them are different numbers. There you go. Let's get the same numbers together. For some reason, the Frosty Reds. Those are, I don't know. These are two different numbers. Those are there. For some reason, the Frosty Reds are tighter together than the rest of them. And I don't know why that is, because they're all cut the same. But yeah, we have 515, 5351. I actually like it when you get nice and tight together like that. I got a 145. I don't know if they should be cut the same. I don't understand that, but 5154. Good morning, Matt Hatter. Good morning, Coffeeland. Good morning, Joel. Hello, hello, hello. I have not been outside yet, so I don't know what it's like out there. I'm guessing it's cold, though, because it's cold in the house here. Another Magic Aces. It's the last day, last weekday that I have that I'm not working, and then next week I go back to work again. I know that's a dangerous word for you, Joel, but it is what it is. 3632. Left one did not get all the way down. We got 358. On the cruise, they'll say no roll. 6365. Cross sixes on top. Two, three, five. Cross sixes on top again. 6263. Four, 610. Okay, let's get the show started. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's for episode number 485 of the Level Up program and day number 195 of the Black Belt. Hey, if you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things, we got Jerry Mitchell checking in number one, followed up by Trey Two-Wheel Pair of Dice. And I've not seen you here for a while, my friend, so welcome back. We got Kevin Scott, we got Uncle Hoku, 208 Craps Show, Coffeeland, Mad Hatter, and Stent Placer, good morning, as well as Lazy Dog. So welcome, Stent Placer as well. I think this is the first time you've been on the live here. But anyhow, welcome to everybody. It is a Friday morning, and we got Georgia Girl here as well. Good morning. But it is a Friday morning here. It is January 3rd of 2025. This will be the last rollout of the week here. And we will be starting off with the app here. We have 2 wins in a row. Remember, on Monday or on January 1st, we started with a new table. So our win goal today is going to be $485. We have a starting banker of $48.52. If I was in a real casino, my stop loss would be at $728. We're coming in with 82 wins and 22 losses. So let's get started here right away. We have got, it is Sten Placer's first time here. So thank you very much for joining us in with us. Make sure you come back on a regular basis. But anyhow, we have got 16 people on the app ready to go. We got 21 people watching. We have 10 thumbs up already. And Jerry did throw a super chat in for $2. So he got to choose the dice for the first shooter. And that is the frosty red ones is what he went with. Remember, if you throw a super chat, you can choose the next shooter's dice colors, and I have the colors right in that there. So good morning, SJ. But let's get started. Let's call all bets set. I'm not doing any line bets here to start off the day. And we have a 3632 dice set, which is the cousin 2 set. So let's see if we can have a good rollout today. Dice out. Dice split apart just slightly when they left my fingers, but we have a 2, 3, 5. That is the Justice Gen 5. So that is going to be the point for our first shooter here. And that is using a 3632 dice set. We have a 2, 3, 5 result. And if you are new to the program here, I do a thing called rhythm rolling. And with the rhythm rolling, I set the dice at different dice sets throughout the program here. To learn how I do that, there should be a link in the description of this video, and that'll bring you to how I do the rhythm rolling thing. So we're going to go to a 6-2, 6-3 dice set next. And on the app here, since we have a 4852 bankroll, we're still in level 5, which is the level that we went to yesterday. So we're going to start with 320 across. It's going to be 50 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got 60 on that 6 and 8. And let's call this all bets set, ready to go. Dice out. Making sure the dice are tight together. Fingers are centered on the cracks of the dice there. Slight angle to the dice, flat to the table, and find the landing zone. A little short on the landing zone, but hey, I will take it. We got a 3-3 hard, 6 to double D-jump. Dice did land nice and tight together at the end of the table, so not too much of a roll off on that. And we have a 6-2, 6-3 dice set with a 3-3 hard 6 result. And that should be one dice off axis. That it is. So this weekend I'm going to be putting a new sink in my kitchen. My son will be coming over helping me with that. He is a plumbing apprentice. So excited to do a little bit of work with him. We're going to go to $96 on the 8 and $96 on that 6. Remember, what we do is we press up the first number hit as well as the sister number. We try to get it to hit a second time so we can get all the shooter as fast as possible. So that should be an exciting little project with us. Let's go all bet set here and dice out. 3632. Ooh, that left one went a little bit higher than the right one, so they weren't even on the way down. But we have OMC Craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight. Oops, that was a 6-6, not a 6-5. And I was using a 3-2, 3-6-3-2. I got fat fingers today, so I typed in the wrong number. 3632 with a 6612 result. That is one of the bookends. And that will do nothing for my bets, so I'm not even going to show the screen of the app. My bets will remain the same. Good morning, Mike. 85 Bears. Hey, we're going to be playing you guys this weekend. Not the 85 Bears, but the Bears. And hopefully the Bears still suck. They are a dangerous team, though. I will say that they are on the cusp of playing well, but not so much. Anyhow, we'll see how it goes. All bets set here. Dice out 3632 again. little bit to the right of the landing zone. This time we got a 4-5 hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. Left one popped off the wall a little bit there. 3-6-3-2. We got a 4-5-9 result. And let's see where that brings us with our bankroll. So that would be $140 brought back to the rack. And with level 5, we're going to regress right away. We're going to go down to 96 across. So let's bring our bets down. And we'll go 96 across. So that we got 15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got 18 on that 6 and 8. $140 brought back to rack. We have 96 on the table. So either way, we're going to be about $34 in profit. Is that how it goes? Yeah. No, 54, I think it is. Anyhow, math is not my strong suit this morning. I'm not thinking entirely straight, but we have a 1-4-1-5 dice set. 1-4-1-5. That's be cross 6s on the bottom. Mike, I'm waiting for my coffee as well. Anyhow, let's call it all bets set here. I would like it warm and delivered. I'll even invite you in the house so we can sit, spell, and talk a little bit. So, anyhow, 1-4-1-5. Dice out. Slightly long on that one. We have 5-6 Yo Chef. So that was using a 1-4-1-5 dice set. And a 5-6 Yo result. So again, that's going to be no help for us. But we do have another one of those tall numbers knocked out. So we need the 8 and 10 for the tall. We need 2, 3, 4 for the small. And that'll bring us to a 3-5-3-6 dice set. 3-5-3-6. And all bets set. Second day still hungover. That must have been a hell of a party there for you, lazy dog. So as soon as you said plumbing, my mind goes to, well, that backside. Oh my God. No, there's no plumber's crack here, my friend. Good morning, Mel. 3-5-3-6 dice out. And he does not have plumber's crack either, as far as I know. And that brings us to another Yo Chef. 5-6 mid-mo Yo. Or not mid-mo Yo, Yo Chef. So the plumber is my younger son. That's a 3-5-3-6 dice set. It's my younger son, and my younger son is pretty decently built. He's about 6'3". He goes about 235 pounds. And he has probably a body fat percentage of about 6 to 8% body fat. So very, very fit, very strong young man. Kind of reminds me of my younger days, except I was a little bit shorter there. More duct tape, says Lazy Dog. That's funny. We're going to go 3-5-3-6 again for our dice set. 3-5-3-6, same as the last time. And we'll call this all bets set as well. We still got to get a hit since we've regressed our bets. So the quality of the roll here is not the greatest. We'll see if we can get some more repeat numbers that are actually decent numbers, not craps numbers. Again, we want to the right of that landing zone. And that's going to be a 5-2-7 Bruce. The ouch. Do not become shark bait. So that was a mediocre roll. Quality roll is not the best. 3-5-3-6 dice set. 5-2-7. Ouch. But hopefully you were able to get out of the shooter and make at least a break-even position or amount there. So we're going to move on to shooter number 2. And again, if you guys throw a super chat in, you can choose a dice color here. 3-6-3-2 is what we're going to stick with here. It was a 7-roller. Yesterday we had 4 shooters. All of them made green, and green would be 9 or more rolls for the day here. But anyhow, 28 people playing along on the app. We got 25 people watching. 15 thumbs up. And dice out. Shooter number 2. 3, 6, 3, 2. Dice out. Six, 3, 9. That is the easy 9 to soft 9, the Franks. So again, 3, 6, 3, 2. This is going to be a single pitch of the dice with a 6, 3, 9 result. So let's mark that point of 9. And again, on the app, I'm going to go 320 across with my bets. 50 and a 4, 5, 9, and 10, 60, and that's 6 and 8. So you're pressing hard this hand. You hate the Bruce, so do I. I hate Bruce as well. 5, 6, 5, 3 will be our new dice set. Yesterday, the 6, 1 was our nemesis. We threw one Bruce, but the rest of them were the 6 1s, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyhow, we'll call this all bet set and dice out. 5, 6, 5, 3, 2V in the bottom. And we got 3, 5 Grape Ape. So that was using a 5, 6, 5, 3 dice set. What did I do again? 5, 6, 5, 3. There you go. Terrible short-term memory this morning. 3, 5, 8 result. So I see Jacob put another video out last night talking about his 6, 7, 8 hybrid strategy and using half of his profits to build to the next DP. So we got Glenn checking in. Welcome back, Glenn. I haven't seen you for a while. We got E2 Gaming, Eddie checking in as well. I've not seen you for a while, my friend. Welcome on a Friday morning, January 3rd. And that's going to bring us to a 6, 3, 6, 5 dice set. Cross 6s on the bottom, or on top. 6, 3, 6, 5. And that 8 is going to allow us to pressure that 6 and 8 up to $96. And let's call it all bet set. 32 people playing along on the app now. Called out of the dark Vegas tunnels. You to see you. That is funny. But anyhow, 6, 3, 6, 5. Peace out. And we got Magic Aces. 1, 1, 2. We threw a few of those during our warm-up. And that was pretty close to the back wall for the landing zone there. You need to bring it back maybe about a half an inch or so. 6, 3, 6, 5. And we got a 1, 1, 2 result. So that again is going to be one of the bookends there. It does nothing for my bets at all. So that'll bring us back to a 3, 6, 3, 2. And we'll call it all bet set. So your Vegas partner passed away last week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. My sympathies there, Glenn. If there's anything we could do as a community, let us know. They're here to support all of you guys here. So anyhow, 3, 6, 3, 2, dice out. And we got a 4, 4 heart 8 square pair. That is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So that was using a 6, 3, 6, 5 dice set. And we got a 4, 4 heart 8 square pair result. So that's gonna be enough, way more than enough to bring our bets down. That's $182 brought back to the rack. My eyesight's getting terrible, so it's hard to see that a little bit. So we're going to go 96 across again. Regress, bring some back to the rack, get our bets ready to start pressing upwards here. And that will bring us to a 3-6-3-2 dice set. Let's call that all bets set. Dice out. 32 people still playing along. 33 people watching. And dice out. And we got a 5-3 grape ape. So another 8. That's perfect. And that's using a 6-3-6-5 with a 5-3-8 result. So we're going to drop in $3. We're going to bring both the 6 and 8 to look like 30. So that after we regress, the first time is a sister press. And then after that, we'll only press the number that is hit, and we'll trend bet that number. So now the 6 and 8 are sister press for the first time. And let's go with a 1-5-1-3 dice set. Cross 6 on the bottom. 1-5-1-3. What's that? So all good there. He had cancer that took him swiftly. Okay. So not a long, painful process. Okay. That's good to hear. That's always a blessing. I know my father went through cancer. He fought it for probably close to 15 years, beat it 3 different times. It actually ended up dying with a heart attack, of all things. So he battled cancer for 15 years, died from a heart attack. Unreal. 1-5-1-3 dice out. But that was many years ago, so I have since healed and rehabbed. And we got a 6-3-9. That is the what is that? That's the easy 9, the soft 9, the Franks. And that is also going to be a winner 9. So the puck will turn off using the 1-5-1-3 dice set. Get a 6-3-9 result. So we have not thrown a 3-6 yet. The triple D, which is the Dice Dr. Dan. Yesterday he was harassing me in the chat, so you guys got to stand up for me when he does that. I'm just kidding. We got a shooter, says Mad Header. And 6-3-9. We're going to make that 9 look like $25. Let's make that 5 look like $25, and those will be up and off bets because the puck did turn off. So now we have all of our inside numbers pressed up. And that will bring us to a 5-6-5-3 dice set. Same one we used a few rolls ago. And let's go all bet set. Dice out. For a new point. A little bit long on that one, but this time we got a 2-1-3, the Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce. And that's going to be a pass line loser, come out loser, using a 5-6-5-3 dice set. And a 2-1-3 result. So that's going to be a don't pass winner, come out pass line loser. Again, I don't do any line bets at all, unless I'm required to at the casino. That's going to bring us to a 3-2-3-1 dice set. 3-2-3-1. Still looking for a point here. Dice out. Lady's mother waited until the New Year's Day to pass away so she could get past one last Social Security check. That is funny. That's good. Trey, you're off to work. You made some money. Awesome. Congratulations. If anybody else makes goal here during the day, let us know. But have a fun day at work. I'm back to work on Monday. Peace out. And we got a 167 on the come out. So that's going to be a pass line winner. Come out to natural. That does reset that ATS. So make sure you get your ATS bets back in if you are playing the ATS. I am not. 3231 is a dice set. And we got a 167 result. Do not work to come out. That is not uncommon for me during the come outs. I don't do it on purpose, but it is what it is. It does happen. 3632 is what we're going back to. And we'll call this all bet set. Nice out. Good morning, Trampy. Hello, hello. I have not seen you for a while, my friend, either. So welcome back. The left one was higher than the right one that time. 628. That is the Duracell 8. And everybody knows what that means. That means go out, support your free live content. Give that thumbs up where deserved. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already. That was a 3231 dice set with a 628 result. Let's mark that point of 8. We are still on shooter number 2. And our bets will turn back on now. At the current moment, we have 110 on the inside, plus a $15 4 and a $15 10. So it puts us at $140 on the table. We have $224 brought back to the rack. And we're going to go with a 3632 again. 3632 dice set. Call it all bet set. And dice out. I threw 5 come out 7s last night with Alfredo on a 39 roller. Hit them all. But those come outs rolled it out. Yeah. Between Alfredo and me, and obviously you now, Joe, do not work to come out, everyone. 3632. Dice out. And we got a 246, a Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that is going to be a hit for us. 3632 dice set. And I do pop in occasionally on Alfredo over on Kick. So I hope everything is going well for him. I do, like I said, pop in occasionally. Not as often as I would like to because of my schedule and everything, how everything works here. But we're going to go to $42 on that 6. So that is the first time that we actually trend betted our numbers here for the day. That's going to bring us to a 1-2-1-4 dice set. Cross 6s on the bottom. 1-2-1-4. I would like to see him back on YouTube again as well. So David Brock made goal today again. Plus an extra 250 due to the Magic Aces. That's awesome. Winning the field. So we got 35 people playing along on the app now. That's awesome. It's been a while since we've had that many at one time. So let's keep her going. 1-2-1-4. They sounds. 6s on the bottom. And 6-1-7. Oh, I could. For some reason I sensed that one. I really did. But that's going to pass line loser. Or actually a loser at all. That's a 6-1-7. Ouch. 1-2-1-4. We just can't get any longevity here. But we'll crack her open. Let's change the dice a little bit. Let's go to our black dice once and see how that treats us. 6-1-7. That was an 11 roller. So dice come out. Let's go over to the black 3-6-3-2. We're still going to stick with that cousin 2 set. Hit the wall, says Jerry. Good morning, Kay Fisher. Oh, he did do a new one. Okay, I have to check that out. I was not aware of that. It's kind of how out of the loop I've been a little bit here with certain things. I will check that out and see how he's doing on that then. So, in fact, I might even text him today and see what's going on. But 39 people playing along here. We're going to go on shooter number 3. And let's call this all bet set. Peace out. Thank you for letting me know that, Kay Fisher. 3632. And again, if you put a super chat in, you can pick the next shooter's color dice. We got white, we got black, we got frosted red, red, and blue. Peace out. And that's going to be a hard, fuzzy 4-2-2. Let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So let's mark that point of 4. And that was using a 3632 dice set with a 2-2 hard 4 result. So the puck goes to the 4. And again, we're going to go 320 across on our bets. And if I took everything down, we'd be at $5,003. So we are $334 below our goal here. So Mad Hatter's asking when I'm getting married. I'm getting married June 10th. And it's to my fiance Mary, who we have been together. That'll be our 10-year anniversary actually on June 10th. So it's been quite a while here together, but we're finally making it official. And on July 6th, we're flying out of Italy. We're gonna go fly to Italy and go on a cruise through Greece and Turkey and Italy. So it should be pretty exciting. But anyway, we got a 3632 dice set. And let's call it all bets set here. Dice out. Thank you for asking there, Mad Hatter. So I got the cruise and our airplane booked already. Dice put apart and went way to the right. Wow, we got a buckeye buck shot right away. 2-2, hard, fuzzy 4. 2-2, it's going to cruise. Brian from Holy Roller. And Jerry's going to harm me again because that right die did not get all the way down to the end of the table. But it was pretty darn close. But they only call close in horseshoes and hand grenades, I guess. Not on the Royal Caribbean ships. 2-2, hard 4 results. Oh, meatballs all around. You know, I'm excited actually to go try some of the Italian food. I love Italian food. I love Mexican food. But I'm sure the Italian food is going to be different there than what I'm used to around here. But again, we're going to go 3632. That was a hard 4. That was a $98 profit. So we're going to go 96 across pressure. And that'll be 65 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got 78 on a 7 on the 6 and 78 on the 6 and 8. Our bets are off until we get a new point established here. And get to ship the dock at Cyprus. So I would love to do that. I would love to see him. Good morning, Brian. I've not seen you for a while either. So your anniversary is June 11th. That's very cool. It'll be 15 years this year. Okay, very cool. So it is very, very, very close. 5 years and 1 day apart, I guess, right? Let's go out that set here and dice out. A lot of people popping in today that have not been here for a while. That is awesome to see. I do truly appreciate that from everybody. I split apart a little bit on me again. We got 3, 5, 8, another grape ape. And I'm sorry I didn't have that screen turned off for you. So you can see that roll. But we have a 3, 5, 8, the grape ape. And I was using a 3632. 3, 5, 8 results. So let's mark that point of 8. The puck goes to the 8. And our bets will turn back on. 3, 6, 5. Here's our new dice set. Cross 6 is on top. And we'll call it all bet set. Face out. Yeah, we got a hard eight this time. Square pair. Another Buckeye buckshot. Wow. Two of them right in a row there, but that is perfect because that will get us out of the shooter right away. And again, that was using a 6365 dice set. And we have a 4-4 hard eight square pair result. And that would have been on the last shooter. That would have been our parlay with SJ for the day, but it was not. So there's a new shooter. Puck does come off. Our bets do come down. We're going to go 96 across on our bets. 15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10. 18 on the 6 and 8. They'll be up and off. We have $189 brought back to rack, 96 on the table. So this is our third consecutive shooter where we got out past that break-even point. And this is only roll number 5 coming up. So that was a pretty ideal situation to get out of for the shooter here. 3632, again, is what we're going back to. 3632. And all bet set. 43 people playing along today. That is awesome. Really awesome. Make sure that some of those people come over to the channel here. We got 32 people watching, 25 likes. That is greatly appreciated. But hopefully some of those people are new people. They can come over and give a like and subscribe to the channel here. That would be greatly appreciated. Dice out. Dice are nice and tight all the way down. We have another one, not another, this is our first 1-5 KitchenAid mixer for the day. So using that 3632, we have a 1-5-6 result. So the puck is going to go to the 6, and our bets will turn back on. If I took everything down, we have 5192. Which is still roughly about $140 some under goal. So we got a little bit to go yet. 3135 will be our dice set, and I think that's the first time we've used that today. 3135, 3V on the top side, and all bet set. Dice out. Thank you very much, Sir Lazy Dog. That is the app that we are using. It is a free app in all the stores. 3135, dice out. And it is going to be the end of the roll with a 617. Ouch. So we're not getting any length to these rolls here. That was only a 5 roller. Darn it. So anyhow, that will be the end of that roll. We've been pretty blessed lately. 3135 is a dice set. We got 617 result. Been pretty blessed lately with the length of rolls. Today is probably the shortest rolls that we've had in a very, very, very long time. Normally we've been throwing a lot better. Let's go to the green dice. Let's go with the Yuri grip. I'm the blue dice. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Let's go 5, 4, 2, 3. We'll go all winner set here. And let's do the Yuri style grip here and see if we can get a little bit longer roll here. 5, 4, 2, 3 is the dice set. And this will be shooter number 4 for the day. Let's get a nice long roll here so we can get all the way up on our bankroll here to get the goal. But we have a $5,096 bankroll now. So we are roughly just about $250, $300 away from our goal here. So 38 people playing along yet. We were up to 40 something for a little bit. And dice up. Shooter number 4. And we're going to have a 5-4 hard 9, the big daddy map. So it's marked that point of 9. And that was using a 5, 2, 4, 2, 3 dice set, 5, 4, 2, 3 with a 5, 4 hard 9 result. So that should be a single pitch of the dice. And again, we're going to go 320 across. Let's see if we can get all the shooter right away and make some profit. And hopefully make goal pretty fast here. 5, 4, 2, 3 is what we're going to stick with, using that Yuri style grip. So Lazy Dog's off the table. He made $1,500. Awesome. Fake chips. That's right. Remember, this is all for entertainment and educational purposes here. There is no real money used or exchanged in this game here. And we do not promote anything other than my own lack of skills or knowledge of skills. It depends on how you look at it. Dice out. Left one did not get out down. This time we got a 6-5 mid-mo. Yo! That is Chiro coming to us from above. And the shooter, get the dice all the way down to the end of the table. Be greatly appreciated, says the dealer. 6-5 mid-mo. Yo! That'll be no help for us with our bets. So that'll bring us back again to the 5, 4, 2, 3 dice set. We should all call them developing skills. There we go. I agree with you, Joe. Need a crapless table today. Yeah, I am throwing a lot of craps numbers. It is unlike my normal throwing. We have not thrown a single 10 yet today, though. So let's see if we can throw one of those. But normally I'm throwing inside numbers for the most part. But when I hit those craps numbers, it seems like they're always craps numbers. Dice out. And that was a little bit of a high energy roll. We got a magic aces 1-1-2. Both of them rolled off to the left, a little bit of high energy. Not something I want to see. 1-2 is the result, using that all sevens, all winner sets. Again, no help for me. But that is a bookend. 5, 4, 2, 3. Okay, Fisher leapfrogged. I'm assuming Lazy Dog. I don't know. We'll see. Remember, responsible practicing here, guys. Responsible practicing. Get to the cage if you make go. See a horn, bet a field, I say. Not bet a horn there, Trampy. See a horn, bet a field. They out. A little bit long on that one. We got 3, 5, 8, the grape ape. So that'll be hit number 1 for us on this shooter here. 5, 4, 2, 3 dice set. We have a 3, 5, 8 result. So that took us a little bit longer than normal to get to our first hit. Again, 320. Oh, we are at that already. What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking here. But yeah, that is first hit. So we're gonna go $96 on the 6 and 8. I don't know what I was thinking. Who knows? My mind is wandering today. After I get done with the video, I'm going to go through and I'm going to start editing my video that I shot the other day on what I've learned so far along this journey. In all, how many episodes? Over 485 episodes as of today. So stick with that 5, 4, 2, 3. So hopefully I'll have that video out either by the end of the weekend or by the start of next week sometime. All bets set. Nice out. All your ribs unbroken. No kicks from Joe this year, huh? Wow. I am such an abusive person, ain't I? 5, 4, 2, 3. Nice out. They stay cross on us, and that is going to be a kick in the rib there with a 5-2. Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So that is going to be our first loser for the day here. So let's do a ladder up on our next one. We'll go back to our regular toss. And we're going to switch dice again. What should we do? Unfortunately, that will be a loser for us. So we're down to 47.74. So we went from a couple $100 up to down now. Our Stern bankroll was 48.52. We're at 47.74. So we're down about $80 for the day. Go back to the frosted red. Let's go 3632 again. Thumbs up. Thank you, Lazy Dog. You did hit goal, Glenn. That's awesome. Both times I switched up from hybrid to light side, you threw the big red. Yeah. I was not happy with those big reds today. They're coming pretty fast, faster than normal. So let's have a long roll. Let's make this the last shooter if it is a long roll, but hopefully we do make some money. We got up to 40 people on the app again. Let's call this all bet set. 31 people watching, 26 likes or thumbs up. Awesome. Yeah, 3632. Dice out. Normal style throw. Power style throw. A little bit of a roll off on that right die, but we have a 3-3 hard 6 to double degen. So that's my primary on the top side. If you would consider that as a DI, I will not because that right die rolled off way too far, but we have a 3-3 hard 6. Let's mark the point of 6. And we're going to double up. We're going to ladder up here. So we're going to go 640 across. For one hit, we'll do a Dallas drawdown here. Down 7,000 with the ouches. Yeah, it is a tough day today there, Jerry. 3632, but let's get it back right here. Let's get it back. 3632 is our dice set. And all bet set. We're going to have these days where we're going to be down. We've pretty good win-loss record so far. 82 wins, 22 losses. Let's see if we can make this a win today, at least by $1. That would be a nice win for me today. But, dice out. And we got a 5-3 grape ape. So that is going to be hit number 1 for us using, what are we using now? We use a 3632. Yep. So 3632 with a 538 result. Actually, that might be enough to get us out of here. This let's see where we're at. That's 140 brought back to the rack. If I took everything out, we have 49, 14, not enough. So we're gonna go down to 320 across. That's gonna be 15, 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got 16. That's 6 and 8. We'll get a second hit here. Hopefully. That brings us to a 1, 5, 1, 3 dice. Cross 6s on the bottom. 1, 5, 1, 3. 2 big pressing and then total regress for a Lazy Dog. Dice out. 1, 5, 1, 3. I changed my landing zone on this shooter a little bit, so we'll see if this is going to work out for us. Yeah, we got 3, 4, 7. Oh my God, that was an out. Damn it. So apparently that landing zone's not working. I can see a bunch of people moving down on this one. 1, 5, 1, 3 is our dice set. 1, 5, 1, 3. 3, 4, 7. Ouch. Just about a 0.7 out. It's involved. Good morning. You're up today. You're using a DC, Arnold. Yep, DC is fine with me. DP, do not do, please. Because I do not do, I will probably pick you off somehow. But DC bets are fine. But that brings us down to 45.94. And that means I only have one more shooter left before I hit my win-loss, or my stop loss. Remember, stop losses are there for a reason. Yeah, I'm going to do one more shooter here, Jerry. You already thought you broke the stick. Oh, no. I have not broken a stick yet. Fortunately, these things are pretty tough. We'll go 3-2, 3-6. We're going to switch over to the cousin 1 set for once here and see if we can get this to roll out. So 3-2, 3-6. This will be our last shooter for the day. 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's make it a big one here. Come back down to earth on that one. Yeah. I only lost, what, $180 on that one. So considering I started with 640 cross, it's not the worst, I guess. All bet set. 35 people still hanging in here, still having trust in me, hopefully. Dice out to 3, 2, 3, 6. And we have another 2-2 hard fuzzy 4-2-2. It's going to Cruise. Brian from Holy Roller. So let's mark that point of 4 using a 3-2-3-6 dice at this time. 3-2-3-6 and a 2-2 hard 4 result. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it one more time. 640 across. See if we can get her to pop this time. And then we're going to go back 3-2-3-6. If I can get a 4 right away, that'd be perfect. That would be really, really nice. But we'll see. We'll see. Dice out. And it goes, changing the landing zones while increasing your bet size is a recipe for disaster. Yeah, it might be. So anyhow, it is what it is. That's what this program is all about, trying things to see if it works. Dice out. And that's going to be a 1-5 KitchenAid mixer. And I was using the 3-2-3-6 dice set. And we got a 1-5-6 result. So let's bring it back down to 320 across. Let's see if we can get a second hit here. And that's going to be a 4-1-4-5 dice set, 3V in the bottom, cousin 1 variety, 4-1-4-5. And all bet set. Shooter number 6 for the day. Dice out. 415 KitchenAid, the trucking camper this time. That's our first trucking camper for the day. 415 using that 4145 dice set. 45 dice set, 415 result. As this can be a single pitch of the dice. One dice off access. Did I enter that in right? 4145 with a oh. That's weird. I'll have to look at that. That should be a single pitch of the dice. Oh, because I entered a 4-1 as a 1-4 result. That's why it is. Okay. It should be a single pitch. Let's go back and re-enter this as a 1-4. There we go. So that way it is a single pitch. That looked kind of weird. I thought there was a mistake here. Coach Joe's program that he put together for me has been pretty accurate for the most part here. 2-1-2-4. 2-1-2-4 is our new dice set. And that was a 5 that we threw. So we're going to be able to come down to 96 across. We have 210 brought back to the rack. 96 across is where we're going to be at. So we're out of the shooter in 3 rolls. That is perfect. And we have a profit of $124, I think it is so far in this one. So if we took everything down, we'd be at 48.04. So that still puts us down $48 for the day here. But anyhow, we'll call that all bet set. Going with a 2-1-2-4 dice set. Dice out. A little bit long, a little bit to the right. And there's our first 10 for the day. We got a Obey bushel. And I'm sorry I didn't have that screen available for you. But we got the Old Bay Bushel 5-5 hard 10 using a 2124 dice set. 5-5 10 result. So that is going to allow us to go move those 4 and 10 to buy bets, make them both look like a quarter. And we'll go to a 3-2, 3-6 dice set. 3-2, 3-6. And we'll call it a bet set. They saw 36 people still playing along. We got 28 people still watching. John will be going live in about 23 minutes for his Friday Follies. Dice out. And we got a 5-4 hard 9 to Big Daddy Mac. So that will work for us. 5-4-9, and that was using a 3-2-3-6 dice set. 5-4-9 result. So let's make that 5 and 9 look like 25. So now we have all the outside numbers pressed up here. 1-5-1-4 dice set. Cross sixes on the bottom. 1-5-1-4. And we'll call that all but set. Dice out. Good morning, Jeff. Hello, hello. It's been a slow morning so far, but we are turning the corner hopefully here. Get your shipment. Jeff says Glenn and Regal is out. Nice and tight all the way down to the end of the table. And we got our first parlay of the day with SJ. We got a 2-2 hard 4, the hard fuzzy 4-2-2 is going to Cruise. Brian from Holy Roller. So that is point made. And again, my memory is terrible today. 1-5-1-4 dice set with a 2-2 hard 4 result. So the puck does turn off. That is a nice hit for us. We had 25 on there, so that's going to be $49 brought back to the rack. Let's go another quarter on that 4. Let's go another quarter on the 10. And we'll go up and off of those bets. If I took everything down, we'll be at 49.01, which does put us ahead for the day here. Cash register is finally open, says Trampy. Time to grab the money and run. Go to the cage. That is right. Back-to-back 2-2s earlier. I did, okay. So that is the second parlay of the day with SJ. You are right. 3-2-3-6. Cousin one set. 3-2-3-6. And looking for a new point here. Dice out. Dice they cross on us. We have a 2-6-8. The Duracell 8. So our new point will be 8. Using that 3-2-3-6. Should be a primary on the front side for both dice here. 3-2-3-6 with a 2-6-8 result. So all we need is outside numbers now. We went from shooting all craps numbers, and then we switched over to that cousin 2 set. And we now have got all inside numbers. So that's interesting. That's a very interesting concept. 3-2-3-6. And the puck is back on the 8. Let's go dice out. That is going to be the end of the roll today. 617. Ouch. Ah. Oh my God. 2236, 617. Ouch. Nothing substantial here today. And let's see where that brings us. That's probably going to bring us at a loss for the day. It does. It brings us down to 47.15. So that'll be our first loss that we've had in probably close to a month here. But that's all right. It is what it is. We're going to call it as it is. And let's look at our statistics for the day here. We almost got back to break even, but we had 6 shooters today. We had a 7, 11, 6, 5, 3, and an 8. We did have a strong number of 8 today, as well as the 4 and a 9 were slightly strong, 11 slightly strong. But we're going to finish our day off with a 6.7 SOR, a 5.7 SRR. One come out 7 today. Box numbers are a little bit low. Inside numbers are a little bit high. 4s and 10s are low. Come out 7s are low. Horns were expected. Fields are a little bit low. But hardways were off the charts today. Looking at our black ball statistics, this is through the end of yesterday. We had 8,938 rolls on the black belt level with a 10.42 SOR, a 6.94 SRR, and a 7.23 BSR. So our numbers are not far away from our goals there. But I'm sure today will take it a little bit hit out of there, but not too much after you get in that far. It's hard to change some of those numbers in that. First play of the year is a strong win for Papa Chops, he said. Nearly 20% profit. That's good. I live to play another day. I agree. That's why we do have a stop loss there. Good morning, Mad Dog. Still in the positive, says Georgia Girl. That's awesome. But anyhow, guys, I will be back on Monday. I hope that all of you will join me as well. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe and be prosperous.